Hello everybody, what's up? This is Captain Turbo back again with more Smackdown 2, joined as always by Vale Scarecrow.
Hi guys.
And we actually have a different setup right now. We have King of the Ring. We actually have a few matches we're going to have to play through. The main event of the night is Rocky versus Jericho. And our first victim is Scotty Too Hottie.
Wah.
And as always, I would not recommend simulated matches because I'd say about 8 times out of 10 you'll lose the match no matter who your opponent is. So yeah, you're gonna have to play through them. And unfortunately, we do have to play all 3 if we want to win that fucking King of the Ring tournament, which unfortunately I discovered didn't do a fucking thing. I did not get a WWE Championship match at SummerSlam like Kurt Angle did in real life.
King Kurt.
Yeah, he's got King Kurt, and we haven't even done the fucking King of the Ring yet. Also, the game was released shortly after. I think it was released around November, so Kurt would have actually been WWE champion at the time that the game's released. And here's Scotty Too Hottie
with the man that ran down Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Now that was a bit of a disappointment, really, wasn't it?
Yes.
You know what, I'll say this right now. I give WWE a lot of shit. I'm actually kind of glad with... I mean, I wasn't glad with the reveal that it was Rikishi, because Rikishi was a face. He was a good face. There was no reason to do that. But I did like the fact that they tried to when they realized it wasn't working, that they tried to push the heat onto Triple H, saying, yeah, Kishi may have been the one who ran him down, but Triple H was the one that orchestrated all of it. You know, I generally don't give WWE too much credit, but I think they handled it pretty well when they realized it wasn't working with Kish.
Yeah, they brought in your boy, the top heel.
Which made sense. Obviously, Triple H didn't need the heat, but it made more sense storyline, and it kind of helped fix the story as a whole. And why did I pause there? I don't know. I don't know how long. Oh, there we go. And then obviously it led to that fantastic 2 out of 3 falls match between Austin and Triple H at No Way Out 2001. One of the best 2 out of 3 matches of all time, in fact.
3 stages of hell.
Indeed. Yeah, I was actually surprised that night when Triple H won. I never expected him to beat Steve Austin.
I knew he would.
I think my sorry, I'm muting by the way. My line of thinking that night was obviously Austin was heading towards Mania, so I thought he was going to get the win. To be honest, obviously to help build towards Mania.
That's probably why they gave it to Triple H in hindsight, because Austin was like, it's not like his spot was on the line or anything.
Yeah, I suppose.
And he won at Mania, so it didn't. I mean, it's Steve Austin. You may kind of quell the momentum for a week, but it's right there. He was one of those few that could get any reaction no matter what he did.
Yeah, true. I mean, it's not like he lost easily either. Basically, if I remember the match, at the 3rd fall, they both hit each other with weapons. Austin fell down first, and Triple H fell down on top of him. You know, it wasn't like it was a clean, pedigree 1, 2, 3 sort of thing. So.
Nope. Can I tell you something? That's one of my favorite matches of all time.
I really like it. I don't know if I'd put my top 10, but I definitely would like top 20 for definite. It's a fantastic match. I think it's honestly, I think it's probably one of my 3 favorite Steve Austin matches, if nothing else.
Yes.
One other Austin match I can definitely say is obviously Austin Brett WrestleMania 13. The double turn, as it's slightly called, where Brett turned heel and Austin turned babyface, technically. Covered in blood and passes out.
Yes.
It is a fantastic image.
I liked his match against Owen Hart at SummerSlam as well.
You mean the one where he broke his neck?
Yes, because he finished the match with a broken freaking neck.
I have only watched SummerSlam 97 once. I had the VHS very, very shortly before I actually ended up selling my entire wrestling VHS collection, sadly. Over 100 fucking WWF VHSs, and I sold them all. By the way, Kale.
God.
I think I had something
damn.
like 130 in total.
Ugh.
I just made the fucking mistake of getting rid of them.
Yes, you did.
Well, I didn't get rid of them. I
all
sold
mine.
them. Sorry, I should say.
Yeah, no, I kept all mine.
If for nothing else, I would like to keep. I'd have liked to have kept them just so I could experience like no cuts and commentary still in full and stuff, instead of them editing stuff out for the network that they deem inappropriate nowadays.
Yep.
Like for instance, Mickey James trying to get Trish Stratus off in the middle of the ring at Mania. That was fantastic.
It was.
Oh, by the way, we're gonna be unlocking Billy Gunn if you couldn't guess by the fact that he's been on screen recently. Because you don't
Mr. Ass?
Yeah, you don't get him at the beginning of the game. Mr. Ass, at the time, was injured, if I recall, and had just come back to WWE, so I assume he was like one of the last people they put into the game before they shipped it off to be sold and shit. What else was I going to say? Actually, yeah, that's a good question. What would you say is your favorite match of all time? At least in WWE, anyway. Alright, how about this? Favorite men's match, at least?
Putting me in a tough spot.
It can be NXT if it has to.
It's not even that. It's just I've ranked mine by era.
Fair enough.
So, I mean,
Alright,
but we're not gonna sit here all night long for all that. So you know what? Fuck it.
So I can tell you,
If we're doing recent matches, one of my favorite matches was Roman and Brock at SummerSlam 2018. But if we back up all the way to 97, Rock and Stone Cold for the Intercontinental Championship, in which Stone Cold drove his truck to the ring. And if we back up even further than that...
I'm listening.
Oh, boy.
Come on, give it to me.
I hope I don't get condemned for this. Like,
as long as it's not Mania 1's main event.
No, it's whichever Mania in which Hulk Hogan had to take that hard loss.
Oh, it's a Warrior. That was Mania 6. It's actually coming up for us on CCWC in the next few episodes.
Of all time.
The special fucking blowjob in the middle of the ring.
Exactly. Well, I ranked them by era, so
fair enough.
You do what you want.
My favorite men's match, I've always said this, was Taker Shawn at Mania 25.
And I have not seen that in its entirety yet.
Oh, I love that match. The sequel to it the year after was fantastic, but the first one, it was just perfect in my opinion. Women's match, I can tell you right now, is the one where Bayley beat Sasha for the NXT Championship, Women's Championship. It's, in my opinion, the best women's match in WWE company history. You know, Thunder kept telling me for ages, because I hadn't seen it live, he kept telling me, you should watch the matches, they're really good. Because at the time, I really liked Sasha when she was on the main roster. This was before Bayley joined the main roster as well. He's like, you should go back and watch it. I was like, I'll go back and watch it at some point, and I eventually did, and I was like, holy fuck, that was amazing. Anyway, those are my two favorites, like the men and the women, anyway.
Women. I didn't even think about that one.
By the way, I'm about to take down your favorite wrestler. Really got a very quick fall there.
Well, you don't have a choice. He's your opponent.
Easing my way to the finals. I really do wish they'd bring back the King of the Ring, though. Even if it was just as like a network special or something.
Didn't they do that one year?
They did it one year, and the 4 fucking participants were Wade Barrett, fucking Adrian Neville. Oh, fucking hell. Who the... There was only 4 guys, and at the time, none of them were anything really in WWE. And it was just a fucking waste of time, you know. Actually, WWE, just put some fucking effort into it. It's not that... Excuse me, it's not that difficult. You've got 3 fucking hours of show on Raw every week. You're telling me you can't do, like, 1 fucking qualifying match for King of the Ring at some point to fill some of that fucking air? I don't know.
Oh, and if we're... Oh, wait a minute. That doesn't count, because that's an intergender match. Let me back the truck up.
No, intergender can work.
Oh, it was China and Jericho for the Intercontinental title.
Oh, well, which one? Survivor Series or Armageddon?
Now I don't remember.
Because they had 2. The first... I personally prefer the Survivor Series one because China gave Jericho a pedigree off the top rope. It was fantastic.
Okay, that's the one I remember. So
that was Survivor Series. And to be honest, it is probably the best match of the night, if I recall.
That didn't take long.
Pardon?
That didn't take long for me to choose a woman's match.
I think it's easier nowadays because there's so many talented women. By the way, I made the badass tap out. It's not that hard nowadays to choose because there's so many good women. But yeah, fucking before, I'd say 2014, you'd be hard-pressed to think of many women's matches that could even be said to be good, let alone best of all time. Maybe a couple of the Trish Lita matches, but that's about it.
Well, of course, Trish Lita and Mickie James, but as far as like this generation, now that AJ Lee's gone, kind of a tough one.
Oh no, I disagree entirely. I think there's still some fucking shit points here and there, but I think women's wrestling's never been better. Obviously, I'd love to have seen AJ Lee and Paige in the current generation of women as well, because they were there shortly before all these other really good NXT women came up, but God, I'd love to have those 2 back, but sadly Paige can't, and AJ Lee's just not interested.
Yep. Poor ladies. I mean, of course I like Naomi, but she's not my favorite of all time.
Listen, I like Charlotte. I like all the 4 horsewomen. I like Alexa Bliss. I think she's fantastic. I kind of like the Lacey Evans character, but I haven't seen enough of her wrestling to really make to make a decent comment about her in-ring stuff. If nothing else, I can't say I dislike many of the women now. I mean, it's not like it was 10 years ago. It was like, oh, fucking, having to put up with fucking Kelly and fucking Maurice, all these women, and Brie and Nikki Bella, these women who can't really wrestle very well and fucking botch every 4 seconds. You know...
Oh no.
We don't get that much these days. You know, all the women, for the most part, are quite competent in the ring, so...
And on that note, I like Shayna.
Oh, Shayna Baszler?
I love Shayna.
Is that her with the fucking big hair wrapped around in that black tape?
Yes.
I like her look. I think she's fucking fantastic, and using her hair as a weapon is awesome.
I just have always liked her for some reason. Like when I watched NXT TakeOver last year, like when I started watching them regularly, I just fell right in love with her. I don't even know why.
No, she's a good. I don't think she's the best, but I think she's very good. She reminds me of a Mortal Kombat character for some reason. I think it's because she whips her hair as a weapon. I guess I'm not sure. I do think she's good though. I don't think she's completely there yet. I think she still needs a bit more time in NXT, but yeah, I think she's got a promising future, hopefully. Although I actually found out the other day, I didn't realize how old Tamina was. She's like in her 40s at this point, isn't she?
Yes, I just saw that online. I was like, damn, and she's got 2 kids. I'm like, wow, what?
Oh, Jesus Christ, I didn't actually realize she also had kids, but I didn't actually know she was that old. I mean, nothing against her or anything, it's just, I think that's going to prove that she's not going to be there much longer, if we're going to be honest.
Yeah.
And by the way, we are at the finals of the King of the Ring here. It's Kurt Angle versus the Good Father, not the Godfather.
The King of the Ring. Nope.
Not quite yet, anyway.
The Good Father.
During the good old Right to Censor days.
That music was
Oh, I was
way
about to bring it up. That fucking thing. I hated the music, if you want to call it that. It's just a fucking police siren, essentially.
Warning. Warning. It's like, ugh. That shit was just so over the top.
I mean, don't get me wrong, they did what they were supposed to. They were hated massively and all that shit, but... Oh god, they couldn't have given them better music, or at least not music that feels like it's raping my ears.
Up, Smackdown. Boom.
Didn't get the KO, though, surprisingly.
Oh. Got 2 feet in the face, though.
And like I said, they can kick out and just get straight back on their feet back in this game, even after hitting the finisher, so...
Damn.
Yeah, again, it's arcadey. It's not like a simulation like later SmackDown games are. I'd say Here Comes the Pain onwards, obviously they started going more for simulation, but obviously at this point it was still very, fast-paced shit, which I know a lot of people like, but I prefer the more simulated games. That's just me.
So do I. I love it.
He'll stay down from a fucking takedown like that, but he won't stay down for a fucking Olympic slam, if that makes sense.
It does.
A fucking roll-up pin. It's a women's match.
You got the cheap pin.
It's not cheap if it's still a win.
That was a cheap win, though.
Well, it's Kurt Angle.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Boo!
Okay, Mrs. Lady Balls for the loading screen.
Smack my head.
Mrs. Poppies for the next loading screen.
Let me have some of your cookies, Deborah.
Hard to believe in 2019 now that fucking Jeff Jarrett is back in the company.
Oh god.
He's on, did you hear the news that he's on the writing team or something?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm not joking. They've actually got him in the writing team now. As a creative team, whatever. To be fair though, he's not booking himself, so he might actually do a half-decent job.
Oh my god, that's why I didn't watch TNA during the early years, because he was the NWA champion and the TNA champion. Then when he came back, he was the King of the Mountain champion. Would you stop? Like, god damn it.
It's definitely, obviously, booking yourself as the main guy, never a smart move if you're not that popular, but...
Triple H.
Yeah, Triple H was always, like, popular. I don't mean he has to be a face, but he was always a good heel, and people like to hate him, so... By the way, we've got about 30 seconds left, and he has already said this will be the point you unlock Billy Gunn. So we should, yep, congratulations screen. Means you've unlocked something, of course. And
Mr.
now
Ass.
we can have our ass man, Billy Gunn.
With that same taunt that he's had since WrestleMania 2000.
Alright, we'll see you guys next time. But until then, thank you for watching, and sayonara, people.
Bye, guys.